blackmailing young women from your spa. Did that raise alarm bells for you? Did that raise alarm bells for you?
You ever watch someone try to sprint out of a burning building, except they're the one who lit the fire? That's exactly what just happened with Donald Trump. The man is unraveling, and it's honestly kind of wild to watch. He snapped at a CNN reporter, told her to be quiet, and then literally walked away. No answer, no explanation. Just ran. And it was all over one question. One that he seriously doesn't want to answer. What's up, guys? I'm not even going to sugarcoat this one. Trump is in deep, and for once, it's not just political spin. The walls are closing in. The Epstein scandal is back in the headlines, and it's not looking good for the former president. A new Reuters poll just dropped. Get this, asterisk, 69% asterisk of Americans think the federal government is hiding Epstein-related client details. 69%. That's not just Democrats or independents. That's also a huge chunk of Republicans. In fact, 2/3 of Republicans believe the Trump administration hid details related to Epstein's business. Think about how massive that is. These are people who stood by this guy through everything. But this is different. Only 17% of Americans approve of how Trump handled the Epstein case. That's one of the worst approval numbers he's had on any issue ever. Even among his base, only 35% think he did a decent job. That's not a hit. It's a collapse. And then, in classic Trump fashion, instead of addressing it, he blows up at a reporter and storms off. Kaitlan from CNN hit him with a question he didn't want to answer. She asked about Virginia Giuffre, one of Epstein's accusers, who Trump admitted was recruited from his spa. He literally said Epstein stole her from Mar-a-Lago. That's the word he used. Stole. Think about how insane that is. So Collins presses him. Did that raise concerns? Did you know? Did you do anything about it? And what does Trump say? He cuts her off, tells her to be quiet, and then turns his back and walks away. That's not strength. That's fear. That's someone who knows the truth is toxic and can't afford to let it out. And here's where things get even more disturbing. Trump's own biographer, the guy who spent years researching him, said the White House saw a leaked Epstein birthday message from Trump as a threat. A shot across the bow. Why? Because it came from the Maxwell family. That's right, Ghislaine Maxwell's people. The implication being, they've got more. They've got receipts. And they're not afraid to use them. So what does Trump do? He sends his own lawyer, who's also conveniently a top official in the Justice Department, to figure out what dirt Maxwell has. That's not a move you make if you're innocent. That's a panic move. That's a cover-your-ass move. And let's not forget, Trump has gone on record saying nice things about Maxwell, while she's in jail facing sex trafficking charges. Who does that? Who casually says, I wish her well, unless they're terrified of what she might say? This isn't just conspiracy talk anymore. There's too much smoke. There are too many dots connecting, and even some inside the White House are admitting it. One anonymous aide told the Washington Post, it's never going to die down. All you need is 5% of MAGA to turn apathetic, and we're done. That's how serious this is. Trump's team is scrambling. They're trying to change the subject, declassifying random intel, attacking Biden, floating distractions on social media, but it's not working. Because the Epstein story won't go away. And let's be real, it shouldn't. Why were underage girls working at Trump's resort? Why did Epstein have access to them there? Why was Trump okay with that? Why did he keep being friends with a guy who was already known to be a predator? And when it all started to unravel, why did he do nothing but issue weak denials and throw tantrums? Those are the questions Americans are asking. And Trump has no answers, just insults and deflections. This isn't about left versus right anymore. This is about basic decency. It's about accountability. And if you're still defending Trump after all this, what does that say about you? The man didn't just look guilty today. He acted guilty. You don't tell a reporter to shut up when you've got nothing to hide. You don't run off stage when you're innocent. And you definitely don't send your DOJ buddy to go poke around and see what Maxwell's hiding unless you're scared of what she might say. So yeah, Trump's unraveling. And the more he snaps, the more obvious it becomes. Anyway, that's where we're at. The Epstein case isn't going anywhere, and neither is the truth. Like it or not, the pressure is building. And the public? We're not going to be quiet. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you want more updates like this. And hey, keep asking questions, because clearly someone doesn't want us to.